playing Farming Simulator 17 on the Hobbs Farm. And yes, we are looking at the conveyor belts here again this episode, although no selling is happening right at the moment. Before I started recording here, we were selling silage, but Aaron's compost is now full. Actually, maybe down just a little bit now. But Aaron's compost is pretty much full, so that's why the trucks are sitting there. I don't know why the truck thinks it's finished grain transport. I really don't know what's up with that. But anyway, Aaron's compost is full, so that's why nothing's really happening here at the moment. But since last episode, I went ahead and switched out the transport conveyors. I got them parked in the shed over here, and switched these out to the longer, not really sure what conveyor belts these would be considered, but this style of conveyor belts here, they are actually longer than the transport conveyors. I did not realize that, but they actually are, which is good. So two of these, or actually a total of three here, actually reaches farther than one of these, and then two of the transport conveyors. And then, of course, we got a pickup conveyor belt on each end here. And there's about 3.2 million liters of silage left in the bunker here so far. So probably one more of these conveyor belts here, and we'll probably have the silage all sold. Again, assuming we can get Aaron's compost moving a little bit. And yeah, like I said, I don't know why he thinks he's finished the course, but actually, you know what, we might as well just stop him. No sense looking at that message all episode. Okay, so again, we are working on harvesting sugar beets. Since last episode, went ahead and did a bunch more sugar beet harvesting as well. Also set up a Courseplay course for unloading the harvesters. What I went ahead and did was set up a course using a tipper instead of an overloader. For some reason, we can't get the overloader, and a couple people have said it's not possible. Some are giving different ideas. I pretty much just gave up on it. Yeah, screw it. We'll just use the tipper, and that seems to work. And we pretty much just set up the Courseplay course exactly the way you would for a biogas plant. So if you're reverse unloading a trailer into the biogas plant, exact same type of course here. And actually, you can see Courseplay backing up here. I don't know if I'm going to make it there in time. I think I probably can. But yes, you can see Courseplay backing up there with a trailer. And simply just going to unload the sugar beets on the ground. At least that's the theory anyway. And you can see it has been working more or less. This line of sugar beets here is the ones we did initially. I don't know why he's actually backing up that far. He should actually pull forward once he figures out he can't unload there. Maybe anyway. Maybe not. It has been working. Why he suddenly decided to be derpy about this, I don't quite know. Might be because there's a spot missing here. Maybe he sees that, like, oh, we need to unload there. But like I said, this course is set up exactly like a bunker course for the biogas plant. Just reverse unload. The unload trigger is set back here somewhere. Without being in the tractor, I don't know exactly where, but it's set back here somewhere. And the Courseplay just backs up to it. And again, like I said, it should detect that it's full in front of it here and pull forward slowly. At least it has been working anyway. Apparently it's going to decide not to now for some reason. That might be because of that missing spot there, maybe. Really? Oh, okay, fine, of course. Be excessively stubborn here on loading. There we go. Oh, not quite. Really? Okay, there we go, finally. And just tell him to drive course, and he should take off. Yeah, I don't know why he wasn't working there. The other thing I can think of, maybe that little bit of missing spot up there. A little bit sugar beets we could put up there. He hadn't detected that and wanted to try unload there. I'm not sure. But anyway, this episode, while that is going, we might take over for the sugar beet harvesters here. I did want to do some sugar beet harvesting myself, but due to the Courseplay issues there, I wasn't able to do so. But first things first, I do want to go over to field 13 here. Oh, I got a couple more conveyor belts sitting there. Okay, let me reset those. Oh, just one more? Okay. Must have accidentally bought one too many, I guess. Well, that's fine. We'll need more anyway. Field 13 here. Want to visit Field 13. And as somebody, or actually a few people requested to end the episode, or maybe just before we end the episode, we'll see once here, do a harvest on field 13. So field 13 is currently in soybeans. Seems like a good crop to harvest. This is in the second growth stage, so that's not too bad, I guess. But we're going to go ahead and buy field 13. So there we go, $3.1 million later. Yeah, we're still plenty of money. I don't know why the 8R is being awfully derpy here. Wow, I must think it's dark in the game here, so we got all the lights on. Okay, with that being said, we got field 13 purchased. It probably needs to be plowed and fertilized. Well, we're not going to worry about the plowing. Not much we can do about that. Needs to be fertilized. Wow, like no fertilizer at all on that field. Okay. Let's see what's here. Which group Challenger is in? Group 9. So we're at least going to get one application of fertilizer on here. We'll see once maybe we can get 2 yet. Once it advances a growth stage, we should be able to get 1 more application of fertilizer. Or we could just plow it under. That way we'd get the field plowed. And then we could start fresh, I suppose, as well. I figure this might be the easier and quicker solution. Interesting, this field is part cultivated. I can't say I've ever seen that before in the game. It's field. We don't own this field, by the way. This is owned, well, not really owned by anybody, except by the game, I guess, technically. Yeah, usually the entire field changes at once, so kind of odd to see that. And once the crop is growing like this, I don't think there's a way to add more levels of fertilizer than 1 at a time here. So like I said, the most we're going to be able to get here is probably 2. And this is going to be one big, big field. Okay, there we go. Should be good to go, hopefully. And we just got ran over. And let me just check on Aaron's compost here again. Like I said, it's, as far as I know, completely full over here. Oh, we could probably get 1 more load in there. But that's going to be about it. So, yeah, we'll just let that sit for the moment. Not going to worry about it. The price is probably down anyway, because like I said, I've been selling before I started recording here. Oh, yeah, Aaron's compost down to $12.82. Definitely way down, like $800 per liter down. Anyway, like I said, want to do a little bit of sugar beet harvesting. Let me pick a harvester that's maybe empty. Not exactly empty either, but a lot closer. Kind of started there the first episode when we started harvesting the sugar beets here, and really kind of got interrupted, I guess you could say, by the fact that my plans for Courseplay didn't quite work out with the overloader there. And like I said, based on what some people said, it's not possible, and others say you got to try this and try that. Pretty much just gave up and was like, oh, we'll go with something I know will work, or should work anyway. And at least it was working before I started recording. And he's going to do the derpy thing and push it up on the pile again, isn't he? Now, that is weird. Basically, the way it's supposed to at least work on the biogas plant, Courseplay should say, oh, hey, it's full here, pull ahead, and continue to try to dump once it pulls ahead. And it was doing that. I don't know why it has suddenly decided not to do that. Maybe it's like, oh, we're recording. Let's do crazy things. Yeah, see, that's Courseplay. Why not? Makes for a good video, right? I'll just pretend to ignore it over there. Nah, it's not going to work, is it? Okay, fine. Courseplay, what are you doing? Seriously, like, what are you doing? Anyway, we are getting a pretty good pile of sugar beets here. I will have to say that at least. And again, this course, it starts, I don't know if you can quite see that. Its course starts over here, kind of pulls straight, and then reverse unload all the way back to here. Yes, Courseplay can back that trailer up that far, straight, more or less anyway. Probably a better job than what I can do. And then the stop point is over here as well, just pulls back forward. Okay, and let's read some comments here while we're going up and down the field. And it'll probably be an episode or two, by the way, before we get to field 13. We'll see what's maybe next episode, or maybe the next episode we'll do some more silage selling. Maybe we'll spend the episode trying to sell the remainder of the silage, or at least get as far as we can anyway. Like I said, we're pretty close to being down there. 3.2 million liters left. That means at this point we've sold a little over 5 million liters of silage. So yes, 5 million liters. And like I said, we'll read some comments. Adar's in trap again? I just fixed him. What is he up to now? Seriously, that again? Okay, Courseplay. Okay, let's read some comments here now. And ignore, let me close Courseplay here a minute. Ben was saying, please do a part 2 of the grass going to the biogas plant in Farming Simulator 18. There's really not a part 2 to do with that, I don't think. You simply bring the grass to the biogas plant, and that's it. There's no, you know, selling silage or making silage or anything like that. You simply sell the grass to the biogas plant, and you're done. At least that's the way it was in 16, anyway. And that seems to be the way it is in 18 here as well, Farming Simulator 18. So yeah, pretty much just mow the grass, pick it up, deliver it to the biogas plant, you're done. Which pretty much demonstrated that last episode. The mowing there, I believe, was last, or episode before. Although we did start mowing there towards the end as well, I guess. Brendan was saying, I wish my PC could support games like this. My computer can barely play Minecraft with no mods or texture packs. That's kind of what I was talking about there last episode when we were talking about, you know, if you want to get a PC, make sure you get a good one. Don't, you know, go out and buy, hey, perfect, I can play games on this, and yeah, you find out, yeah, it doesn't work so well. You're better off maybe saving up just a little bit longer and buying yourself a little bit better PC that can actually do what you want it to do. Can't tell you, folks, how many times I hear that from people. They went out and bought a gaming laptop for, you know, $300, and yeah, come find out that $300 gaming laptop doesn't exactly game. At least not a new one, anyway. You know, I suppose you might be able to pick up a really good used deal somewhere that might actually be able to play some games, but I kind of doubt it. Most of your computers that can play a game somewhat decently, probably going to run you a minimum of $500 for a desktop PC, and that is desktop PC. If you ask me, the words gaming and laptop don't really go together. I mean, they can if you spend the money on it, but definitely most laptops and gaming don't go together. Nerfman was saying you could sell the cultivators in Farming Simulator 18 and buy the Amazon cultivators. We could do that. Probably should have a larger tractor first, though. Get that turned real well, did I? Oh, well. And we're almost full as well. What is oh, of course, we're backing up again. Okay. Ryan was saying when you fertilize grass on Farming Simulator 18, you do get a better yield. So that is good to know. Nathaniel was saying, great video. Thank you very much for that. JP was also saying if you fertilize, you get a better yield of grass on Farming Simulator 18. You do in 17 here as well if you fertilize grass. So worth noting, make sure you get fertilizer on your grass in Farming Simulator 17 as well. Okay, Courseplay. Yes, yes. Jonathan was saying, can you please send me the file for Hobbs Farm? I can't get it to install on my game or work. If you download the Hobbs file, if I recall correctly, that is one you have to unzip. It comes with more mods in it, so make sure you extract that one when you initially download it. I don't know if I can tell him to drive. Yeah, I guess I can tell him to drive the course at this point. We'll find out. But yeah, here again with this, I do not distribute mods, so no, I will not be providing a download for Hobbs Farm. Again, folks, the best I will do is provide you a link to where I downloaded it from. Got a full harvester over yonder. You could unload that, ideally. Fine, I'll unload myself then if you're not going to. And what is he doing? He is driving the course. This whole sugar beet operation here has become excessively derpy, it seems like. Yeah, look at that. He's just sitting there. Let's see. Our harvester is 100% full. The other one is 55% full. So he should be unloading both harvesters at this point. Owen was asking on county lines, can you do lavender? No. County lines does not have lavender. It has oats, milo, and rye, if I recall correctly. And I suppose I should put the pipe out. On YouTube was saying that semi looks like a Doomsday edition of the man truck. Probably because of the wheels. That could be. Oh, that's right. This does not actually hold the full amount of the harvester either, does it? Okay. Hunt Gaming was saying you don't use the unload thing, just record the course, and when you get to the unload spot, stop and unload. You would have to actually use the unload option in this case because there is no unload trigger here. I am simply just dumping it along the edge of the field. So that is why we have to use the unload here option. Which again apparently doesn't work in the mode we're using it on. At least that's the only thing I can assume anyway. Of course, seriously, what are you doing? I guess we'll have to stop and start them again, see if that'll fix the derpiness there. Spitfire was asking, did the original Oklahoma map get released? Not to my knowledge. The last I've heard is it was being worked on. That was like a month or two ago. It was supposed to be released and it hasn't been. Now what is Courseplay doing? Don't even want to know. Let's just bring it to the stop point over here and see if that cures its ailments. And we'll go back to the Homer here. Oh, good. He didn't unload completely. And back to harvesting here. Oh, the Challenger finished. Oh, we better check on that. Where is the Challenger? Oh, there he is. That's kind of weird. He is turned around. Unless we need a headland. You know what? Let's put the harvester back on a hired worker here. Now we deal with the sprayer here a moment. We'll just do a headland across here, and that should fix any hired worker issues, hopefully. So we probably ran into the edge of the map there, couldn't turn around for some reason. And once he did turn around, decided to simply stop. Which, yeah, makes no sense because he was turned around. Oh, that's weird. Missing spot in the field there. Interesting. Thomas is saying, yes, this game is the best. Talking about Farming Simulator 18. Mary was saying, I love the videos. Thank you very much for that. Chance was saying, great video. Thank you very much for that as well. Chance was also asking, do you think Farming Simulator 18 is worth to get it on the phone? I would say that depends on how much you like Farming Simulator. If you really like Farming Simulator, then yes, it probably is worth getting on your phone or tablet, whatever device you have that you can put Farming Simulator 18 on. You know, if you tried one of the previous mobile versions of Farming Simulator and did not like them, you probably won't like this one either because it really isn't much difference. You know, just a different layout of map, some different equipment, that's about it. Don't know if we'll need a headland on the other end of the field or not. We actually might. I know we got the shop along there with some trees, and there's a cliff kind of in front of us here. I guess we'll have to find out. Charlie was saying, great video. Thank you very much for that. Chad was saying, do an American map single player with mods. Well, a good one there might be Wisconsin-Illinois border. I know a lot of people have been suggesting that one. Like I mentioned as well, I do want to do the next map with the Seasons mod. And we might do the Seasons mod on the multiplayer server as well. We've been discussing that. If that's the case, I definitely want to try to find a map that actually has the Seasons mod built into it. Or support for the Seasons mod built into it, I should say. Same thing for the multiplayer server as well. If we do it, at least again, the first time around, it seems like it'd be best to actually have a map that has the Seasons mod built into it. Okay. There we go. I don't know why sometimes it gives you the hired worker instead of the actual piece of equipment. Obviously you can't, 8-hour slip, really? That's just is not going to work anymore, is it? I can see the unload point there. Must have been the first time, or first couple times it worked. Maybe it was close enough to the unload spot, it called it good. And now it's not happy anymore? I don't know. At least it looks like he's unloading the harvesters here again now. Lone was saying, for Farming Simulator 18, I found a new method of free fertilizer. Take the straw to the biogas plant. Makes sense. Waiting until fill level. Fill level has been reached. Oh, there we go. Let's turn pathfinding off. Then you'll actually unload the harvester a little more promptly. Basically, with pathfinding on, Courseplay will not unload the harvester if the pipe, or in this case, belt on these harvesters, is over a crop. So, for example, the harvester right here, yes, it will unload that because the belt is not over crops, but the one over here, it will not unload until it reaches 100% full, which adds to the realism in a sense, but it also delays your emptying of your harvester. So, you know, to keep things moving a little bit more smoothly, I typically turn pathfinding off, which again, like I said, sounds really backwards, but that is the way to do it. Tanner was saying our sugar beet overloader over there is called a beet cart. I guess that works for a name. Francis was suggesting you could buy another cart, one for each side of the field, one for each harvester that way. That's true, we could do that. I think we're all set now, though, that we're using the tipper here, at least if Courseplay can keep up and, you know, kind of knock off the derpiness. Zeke was saying, for the next series, can you start off with base game equipment and no money cheats, please? Well, don't worry, I never use any money cheats, at least not single player or multiplayer anyway. As for starting off with base game equipment, typically I like to change up the equipment we start with. So, doesn't necessarily mean starting out with base equipment, just means I like to change the base equipment up a little bit. And rather than starting off with, you know, the standard base equipment all the time, you know, most maps will start you off, you know, like one of the small dutes and the small combine, and, you know, small plow and cultivator and seeder. I like to change that up and start off with some different small equipment, typically. Okay, and let's unhire you, and I'll just take back over for harvesting here again. Almost have the field done, not too far away. And yes, it did get dark in the map here, didn't it? Interesting. Now, it's funny, even though, according to the forecast up there, it says it's partly cloudy. At least that's the way I read that anyway. It's actually very, very dark in the game here. Looks more like rain than anything, if you ask me. Matt was saying, remember you could turn the wheels on the stacking conveyor belts and then move it side to side so you don't have to push them. That is true. You can do that. The only problem with that is it actually moves the rest of the conveyor belts as well. But it actually works better just to push it. Although these conveyor belts now seem to be staying put mostly, so you might have solved that issue as well. Joe was saying there's an update coming for Hobbs Farm. It's not far away. The bunker and the fields are fixed. Also, the pigs were moved. They will be between the cows and the sheep now. So good to know there. And at this point, I probably won't bother installing the update. Again, like I said, folks, we're going to be wrapping it up here pretty quick. We'll finish selling the silage here. Maybe we'll try to finish that up next episode. And then maybe an episode or two on harvesting field 13 there, and we'll probably be wrapping it up. Maybe by the end of this week, maybe middle of next week sometime. We'll have to see once here. And we probably should actually maybe work on selling some of the sugar beets here as well. We can do that maybe, so maybe that'll be an episode. So probably another maybe 4, 5, 6 episodes here. We'll see once. And the 8R is slipping again. Okay, that's fine. Let's fix it. Oh, wow. So I guess this doesn't exactly work either. Again, I don't know why it was working at first, though. That's kind of weird. Joe was also saying the FPS problem around the main farm has been fixed as well. So good to know about that. Seems like a lot of maps have that issue. The frame rate around the main farmyards is just horrendous on some maps. Yeah, I mean, I understand why when you have a lot of equipment there like we do, but even before you start having equipment, the frame rate's not good. That's not a good sign. Anyway, folks, with that, it looks like it's time to wrap up the episode here already. So with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.